Hello and welcome to my home in Riddlesden in West Yorkshire. I am just ready with all my kit now ahead of my trip to Nepal. My trip to Nepal is to climb a mountain called Mera Peak. Now Mera Peak is Nepal's highest trekking peak, and it's at 6,476 metres above sea level. It's a significant challenge. It's the highest mountain I will have ever climbed. It'll be 1,000 metres higher than I've ever been before. I've been to Nepal a few times and been to altitude, but the highest I've reached was 5,420 when I climbed over the Cholar Pass 17 years ago. So it's pretty daunting. Don't know how I'm going to get on with the physical demand of it, but the reason I do this, or the reason I want to do this, is because I want to challenge myself. I want to push myself further than I've ever been, and I want to reach my true limit and my true potential. I've done all my training. I've trained as best as I can this summer and got as many mountains in as possible. It's down to altitude now and keeping healthy, so very excited and looking forward to going.
So start ignition, count to zero. I just wanna be a superhero. Thoughts, emotions swirl. I wanna be the man that saves the world, yeah. The world is full of super problems, so we made up a Superman.
Okay, so now we're all together as a group, I'd like to do a bit more of a formal introduction. Doesn't have to be too long or overcomplicated, but I'd like to get to know who you are, your background, your sort of experience level, you know, and basically your goals and expectations for the trip. I'll start first. Right. Okay. So yeah, I'll sort of introduce myself a little bit. My name's Chris. I think you all know that by now. I've been working in this industry for about 7 years now. I've done most of my work in Alaska and Patagonia. I've also worked in Europe and Spain, like rock climbing and stuff like that. I've done many expeditions. I'm sure if you want to find out about some of them, then I can sort of tell you about them as we go along on the trip. My main goal for this trip is to get everyone back safe and sound, you know, and my decisions will reflect that. So if you ever trying to understand what's in my mind, it's for the safety of the group. Okay. My expectations of you guys is that we all work together. You know, we work as a team, and and you look after each other. If you see someone struggling one day, you know, you help them. You know, like you take some weight, or you know, you help them whatever they need. You're not here for yourself. We're here together to climb and do this trek. So.
This is the morning of the second day, so let me just explain to you what we've been doing. We are heading south first, down the Kosi Gorge, and going in a big loop up the next valley towards Mera Peak. Now that will take us about 8 days to get to the foot of Mera Peak, and that gives us some acclimatization time. We couldn't get the first day of the trek underway, so we had to waste one of our contingency days, because we do have some contingency days for high up when we need to climb those summits. So we sat it out, and yesterday morning we started on the first day of the trek. So we trekked from Lukla to this place we're at now, which is Poyon, and we've trekked down the Dudkosi Gorge. It's absolutely magnificent, stupendous high mountains, trekking high above the gorge. Just beautiful views along the way. It was a nice steady pace, and about 3 or 4 hours of walking. Beautiful introduction to the trek. We've got a big team. We have 9 paying clients. We have 1 Western guide. We have 3 Nepali Sherpa climbing guides. We have a whole team of porters and cooks. We're very well catered for, and everything is in position for us to make successful attempts.
A brand new day is here, the sun lifts from its hiding place, and the light touches my eyes and brings a smile up to my face, and the world is spinning slowly. I know today is gonna be a good day. I'm packing up my things, I'm going out now to explore, 'cause there's simply too much beauty in the world I can't ignore. I wanna go and see great things. I've seen a little, but wanna see a little more.
So this is day 3 of the trek, and we left Pangom this morning about 8 o'clock, and we've come over the Chutak La at 3,145 metres, and we just headed down to this junction. So we've made a decision last night, and we've decided to make up for the lost day by taking a shortcut from the original route, and it will save us an extra day. So we'll gain back the day we lost stuck in Lukla. So I think everybody's happy with that decision. It was a group decision, and the group's getting on nicely. The leader's good, involves us all in decision making, and we're all enjoying it. So we've come around this place, and for the first time we've got a view of Mera Peak and the valley up which we will be heading. So we'll be trekking up this valley. You can see behind me the snow-capped peak on the horizon, which looks small from here, is Mera Peak, and we're heading up this valley for the next 3 or 4 days until we reach base camp. We've got a big push this afternoon up a steep mountainside, and we're going to rest up tonight, so that helps us acclimatise. We've got a good acclimatisation plan, and we've got good weather, and we're all in good spirits, so looking good.
So I'll take the things I have and hit the road. I'll find adventure waiting in stories untold, finding freedom every step along the way, knowing joy and happiness are here to stay. I'm feeling good today.
So this is the end of day 3, and we've arrived at Ramelow Danda at 3,300 metres above sea level. We're perched on the edge of a magnificent mountain, and we've got absolutely stupendous views. And yeah, it's been a really fantastic walk today. It has been tough though, really tough. I think we've made 900 metres of ascent in 5 hours, so good effort today. What do you reckon, Gaz?
I'm so happy, so happy. Keep it simple.
Life is beautiful to me, so much to see, so much to love, so much to share. You see, happiness is not found in the number of my things, but the time I spend with friends, unmeasured joy it always brings. Like a bird with each new day, a brand new song it always sings its cares away. I'll sing my cares away.
We have come to the end of day 4, and what a fantastic day we've had today. We're at a place called Chatra at 3,100 metres above sea level, so we've maintained the same height as we had yesterday. We've gone up and down some ridges through the forest, up tremendously steep paths, incredible paths built by the porters and the Sherpas around here. We've been swimming in some beautiful pools, crossed rivers, and just had a fantastic day. We've got the rest of the day to rest now, and yeah, statistics, we've done 11 kilometres and we've ascended 640 metres. So good effort all round, everybody's doing well, we're having a great time. This is the morning of day 6 and we have arrived in Khare. So yesterday's walk, we did about 1100 metres of ascent. It was continuously up and down, up the steep paths again, what we've been used to over the last 5 days through the forest. And we took lunch at a beautiful place called Thagnag, and we had a great lunch there, very atmospheric. There were parties heading up to the Zatralar who'd just come down from Mera Peak. So after that we walked through the cloud and the mist, and we got really excited when we came down to meet the river and we seemed to emerge from the forest. That was short-lived, that excitement, because we were soon back in the forest for the last stretch up to Khare. We stayed in a great lodge last night, had a great night. The banter's good, we're all getting along great, and we're going to move on to the next village called Thagnag. It's about 5 hours steady walking up to an altitude of 4,300 metres. So all going well. Beautiful location, looking forward to some spectacular mountains now, and yeah, things are going really well. Let's hope it continues. We're at the end of day 6 and we've reached Thagnag at 4,300 metres above sea level, and we're in the land of the giant mountains. We've had a slow walk up today and we've gained, how many gained? We've gained 700 metres of altitude. So yeah, what do you think, lads? How are you feeling?
I think now we're back into, the mountains. We've got the forest out the way. Feel at home now. A bit cooler.
About you, Gaz?
I'm feeling, compared to 2 years ago here, same place, I'm feeling fantastic. Absolutely 100%. Just amazing. This is where it all starts. This is where the work begins. We've done the jungle. We've done the getting here. Now it's time to get to work. This is what we come for.
So this is day 7 of the trek, and we're trekking from Thagnag at 4,300 metres up to Khare at 4,900 metres. We've got Mera Peak on our right. We're now moving up and round the back of it. The full scale of what we've got ahead of us is now looming up in front, so it looks incredible. So, just walking into Khare now. It's so hard.
Well done. We've got a day and a half now.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, lads. Boy, have things changed suddenly. It is hard work now. We have really arrived at the last village along the line, Khare, at 4,900 metres. Everybody is feeling it today, and things have changed drastically. I arrived here absolutely shattered. Breathing was so difficult coming up that last climb. Got something to drink, got some food, and had a lie down for an hour. I'm feeling more human. It has dented my confidence a little bit coming up that class climb. I've been here before, I've been in this position before, and I know that it's hurt and it's difficult, but I don't know, I feel that's, you know, really dented my confidence for going further. I'm sure, you know, after a rest day tomorrow, the next stage is to go to the Mera Peak at 5,450 metres. I'm sure I can make that. I just know if I go very, very slow, plod very slowly, I'll make it. Gotta think like that. Had a good chat with Gaz now. Gaz is fighting fit, he's doing really well. Nick's doing brilliant. Altitude's a great leveller and Nick's looking strong. The rest of the group, Pairs, agreed he thought it was a bit too fast today, but he's made it. He's tired, but he's in good shape. John was shattered, but he's in good shape. Heike and Stefan. Heike was shattered. She needed to lie down, but she's in good shape. Stefan's fine. Stephanie is unbelievable. She is like a spring chicken. She's bouncing up and down these mountains. Who haven't I spoken about? Trevor's banging him out, banging the days out, doing really well. He's feeling good. Saud's laughing his head off all the way. He thinks he's in Wonderland. Finds it tiring, but you know, he's getting through. So yeah, we know we're here now. We need this rest tomorrow, definitely. 7 hard days done. So tomorrow we're going to take this path here up to the Mera Peak and gain access to that glacier there, and we're going to camp there. And the next day we're going to move onto the glacier and around, following that contour line up there, and at the back of there somewhere will be our high camp. Once on high camp, we will then get out of the tents early and make that long slog to the summit of Mera Peak, which is there. But from here we've got an altitude gain of 1,576 metres, so in 3 days. It's doable. I just hope so. I just hope that I can do it.
Got any thoughts before you trek to Mera Peak, Saud?
Speechless. I swear I'm speechless. But I think we're gonna be there in 2 days.
So Nick, how are you feeling morning of day 9, heading up to base camp, Mera Peak? Feeling good? How's it going, Trevor?
I've got to use oxygen now to speak. Breathing's hard enough here.
It is spectacular.
Stunning.
We've only just started.
Hey guys, we need to get the crampons out of the backpack if we're going up this trail.
Crampons are not in the backpack.
They're on the... I know, but they need to come up and we need to take them out. Yeah.
This is our bag moving up there.
Our back going in the without the crampon, but it's better to use it. I want everyone to put crampons on. So we need the bags to come up. This sort of terrain, we need to know that we're going to see it before we get there.
Update from day 9. We have just arrived at camp on the Mera Peak at 5,500 metres. What a day. I described it earlier as if it were a stroll, 400 metres ascent, but I think we've done about 500 or 600 metres ascent, and that was pretty brutal. Well, first section, fantastic paths, amazing views, amazing scenery, and then we came to the glacier, the Mera Glacier, and we all looked at each other and thought, what? You want us to go up there? And all our ice axes and crampons had been packed in our duffel bags and the porters had already taken them up, so yeah, that was it's quite risky really. That was quite a risky manoeuvre and we shouldn't have really have been in that position. Anyway, we had to go for it. We had to take that glacier and we had to get to the pass. So how do you feel, Gaz?
Well, it was hard work, but we did it. We're here now, we're 2 pushes away from summiting. Camp 2 tomorrow, and then we're going to summit. We're all good, everybody's good. We're going to do it. Positive.
We woke up this morning and everyone is in a lot better place than I thought they would be this morning. Because I had envisaged I'd get up, eat breakfast and be going down to Khare. That's what I envisaged in my mind. So now we're changing that plan.
I think I need another day on this altitude.
Should we go for today here?
I think, Okay, let's ask everyone.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah, because if we push it to the high camp, that means we push it to the summit. We're just gonna stay a few hours there to the high camp, you know.
What about you, John?
I'm for the rope skills, a little bit of acclimatisation, whatever that is for anyone.
Stay here.
And resting here, and then moving up tomorrow.
So today we stay here. Tomorrow we go to high camp. Then early in the morning of the next day we go to summit.
Today we are heading up to high camp at 5,800 metres from where we will make our attempt at the summit. Today is a relatively short walk if we were at sea level, but because we're at altitude it's a big task. So we're still going, and our lead Sherpa is pushing a tremendous rate. I've tried to get him to stop to allow the others to catch up. Gaz and Nick and Heike and Stefan, they're all supporting each other to get up this last steep slope. It's windy now, it's very cold standing still, and this is really hard work. So we've settled into high camp and enjoying this glorious afternoon sunshine. After our strenuous morning, we did 3.5 kilometres from the Mera and a total of 470 metres of ascent. Now, by any standards, that's not a lot, but up here at this altitude, that was a lot, and it was hard work. But we did good time. We did it in 3.5 hours, which augurs well for tomorrow, which is the big one, the assault on the summit of Mera Peak. So tomorrow we'll set off about 2 in the morning and walk in line very, very slowly. Hopefully we'll reach our goal. Looking forward now to a beautiful sunset and a cold night in the tent and an early start in the morning. It's just amazing being here. This is just one of the most amazing moments of my trekking and mountain life. Just words can't describe how magnificent this is. Yeah. Last dinner before the summit push. Dalbat in the tent. Bloody hell. Well, we're about 2 or 3 hours into this climb, and this has been absolutely horrendous. So difficult, and we still got a few hours to go. That's our team. We've stopped for a rest, although it's freezing cold. I've suffered from hand frostbite once. When I put my jacket on, I'm at risk again, so I better make this short and get my hand back in my glove. But look at the scene. Yeah, it's spectacular, but I don't know whether this pain and suffering is worth it. It is so hard.
dust of dust, I'll fight it till the end. Creatures of my dreams raise up and dance with me. Now and forever,
We have just come down from the summit of Mera Peak at 6,500 metres above sea level. What an incredible day today has been. We're absolutely shattered, exhausted, pushed to our limits, but nothing could ever take that. Topping out on a 6,500 metre mountain in Nepal. Unbelievable. How do you feel, Gaz?
Absolutely goosed. This is probably the most tired, fatigued I've been. But today, it's a special day. And to cap it all off, it's snowing, which is what happened last time we came here to climb this mountain. It snowed heavy, so that's why we failed.
That's why we're stuck in tent.
That's why we're stuck in tent now, because it's snowing now, ironically.
Yeah.
So how funny that we've just climbed her, and now she's snowing on top of us. She's like, okay boys, you gotta have a bit of fun. Now it's my time. You know, unbelievable effort to get there.
Going up, we barely stopped for a break. We just plodded and plodded and plodded. You didn't know what was going on in front of you because we got stuck behind another group, didn't we, at one point?
Yeah, some mixed group of climbers.
But we all overtook them. We all had to overtake them, so we overtook them. And then sun started to come up. Oh, the sights when sun came up were amazing.
Over the Himalayas, the high Himalayas, Everest, Lhotse, Nuptse, Makalu, all the big boys, all the big ladies, whichever way you...
Yeah, and then we all topped out. By then it was summited at what time, would it?
About 7:30 and... I don't know, about 7:30 in the morning, felt like the afternoon. Felt like we've been going all day. But absolutely the most amazing feeling. This is probably the happiest. This is closure for me. This is massive. I can't explain how big today is. You know, I'm just happy. I don't think it's sank in yet how happy I am. You know.
Yeah, we've climbed mountains all around the world, and in 2013 I got a weird and wonderful illness called polymyalgia rheumatica, which is an inflammation of the arteries, and it's fatigue and debilitating pains. And I got told by several consultants that I would probably never climb and run again. Having come off the steroids, there's an opportunity, rather than sit at home and just continue a normal life, is to get back out there with good friends, good comrades, and seeing the beautiful scenery and just pushing your body to a certain limit, but making sure it's balanced at the same time. So yeah, it's wonderful to have climbed a 6,500 metre peak and putting your body to that challenge. So yes, you feel elated, you feel you've done something special in your life, and you've made another memory that you can bag and take home with you.
Well, if I'd be honest, when the clock went off yesterday at 1:30 to get out of bed, it's probably the least thing in my life I ever wanted to do. It just brings back all the times you've done it before, and sometimes it really makes you hit home. It's the worst, absolute rock bottom part of the trip. But then, once you get into your stride, you're with your compadres, all you see is your white light and the two boots in front of you and a piece of rope. And you've just got to keep plodding on and plodding on and plodding on. And probably walking in the dark probably makes it better, because you don't actually see how far you've got to go. All you see is those 2 feet at the front of the person in front of you. So, and then you basically, as the sun comes up, and you go from that elation of the cold to the elation of the warmth sitting in your body, and then you actually see how far you've got to go. And again, when we saw it, how far we've got to go, that last 200 metres or so, I thought, I can't do that. But it's surprising what the body can actually do. You think back, I came to Nepal in 2001. I always wanted to do this trip, and so it's like a probably 16, 17 year journey. It didn't unfortunately happen a couple of years ago, but you're thinking 200, am I going to fail here for 200 metres? You think, no, that's never going to happen. Because you look back in years to come and you're thinking, you fail for 200 metres, and you just put your body through it, and it's elation getting to the top. And coming down yesterday, to be perfectly honest, I didn't feel tired at all. I felt a little bit tired, but could I have walked for another 2 or 3 hours yesterday downhill? I could have done. I felt really, really good. Maybe it's the knock-on of the altitude, but yeah, it was great. Absolutely great. Well worth it.
Yesterday.
Well, I'm so happy. I mean, every mountain it's different of each one. Everyone is super different. And this one, it's been an amazing experience. I mean, all the group has been amazing. We all summited, and that makes me super happy. And actually, the views were super stunning. The sunset, and oh my God, was amazing. Everything's super beautiful. And not only the summit, on the way down was just be surrounded by the big ones, Everest. We could see Choyu, Makalu, well, all the big ones, and that was just, it makes you dream, and amazing experience.
So half the group is splitting up now. So there's 4 or 5 heading back to Lukla, and there's 4 or 5 now heading on further to the Amphu Lapsa Pass and onto Island Peak. Absolutely thrilled and delighted to have climbed Mera Peak, and looking forward to the few days it'll take to get back to Lukla and then on to Kathmandu.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andy. Happy birthday to you.
Hooray! Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Is it the day 14 of the trip today? It's day 14 today.
It's the 30th.
It's the 30th of October, so that makes it my birthday, and it's my 50th birthday today. And the party's got off to a really good start with this fantastic breakfast and this beautiful candle on the log. So yeah, nice breakfast of omelettes.
Omelets.
Omelette. Can't beat a good omelette.
Not only porridge.
And
ginger lemon.
ginger and lemon tea, which, after walking for 11 hours yesterday, I shouldn't eat with my mouth full, which we ordered when we arrived here last night after walking down from Mera Peak for 11 hours.
In the dark.
Yeah, finished off the last hour in the pitch black. We were all shattered, and we ordered the ginger lemon tea, and it was like resuscitation fluid. Beautiful. So we're 2 days away, 2 days walking away from Kathmandu. From Lukla. 2 days from a hot shower. We're going.
I couldn't have a hot shower this morning because the pipe was frozen.
Really? Was it? So yeah, we're going over the Zatralar to get back to Lukla, which is a shortcut over the 4,600 metre pass, which will take us 2 days to get over. So we've still got some tough walking ahead. So are you all ready for that challenge?
Yes, hopefully.
No.
Yeah.
The Irish pub is waiting at the end in Lukla.
Well, it doesn't get much better than this, does it, folks? Climbing the Zatralar, and it's very dull, snowy, steep, and relentless. Are we all enjoying ourselves?
Yes. Yes.
Very much.
Great fun.
Yeah. Just another 2 hours of this suffering.
Any day on the beach, right? Pouring pina coladas. Yes.
Yeah.
Wet swim trousers.
Yeah.
Never dry. Swedish beach volleyball team running by. Yeah.
You think it's hard for us? How hard is it for them porters? Onwards, ever onwards. We're nearly at our destination.
Still alive. Crawling.
Crawling is the right word.
Looking forward to the fire.
Which we probably will not have.
I feel like my legs are just going to stop. They're going to refuse to move any further, and I'm going to be like that.
Helicopter rescue tomorrow.
Rooted to spot. So this is the morning of the final day. This is day 15 of the trek, and today we will be heading down to Lukla, where we will finish and take a flight back to Kathmandu. So today's trek, we will finish the climb to the Zatralar, so we've got another 300 or 400 metres of ascending to do, and from there it's a massive descent of about 1,900 metres into Lukla. It's going to be a long, hard day, on top of all these long, hard days that we've had. Spectacular morning now, sun's out, and I hope it stays out, because yesterday was a tough day, doing all that work through the snow and zero visibility. You can see the prayer flags. That looks like a true Himalayan pass. There's a new view over the edge of that mountain that should look down into the Dudkosi gorge, where we originally started this trek and expedition. Let's keep going, come on. Come on. Just one more rest. One more rest. Come on. And so beginneth a 1,900 metre descent, which seems totally implausible. Let's go. Well, we've reached the bush line in our descent, so we're making progress. So we've reached the snow line now, so continue our descent. Well, we're now in thick forest, still heading down. We're at about 3,500 metres. We've just been informed by our amazing guide that we've just got 1 hour to go. So 1 hour left of this trip, folks.
What?
It's the final countdown.
Coming into Luckla now, it's a transformation. We've come under the cloud now. It's all, that weather is all above us, and it seems much more peaceful and cultivated here. It's beautiful bird noises and birds singing, all different kinds. Listen to those birds, it's beautiful. Almost at Luckla. Those 1,900 metres of descent don't seem so implausible now. It looks like we've pulled it off. Where it all began 2 weeks ago. God.
Well, I think the first 4 or 5 days was terrible because it was a struggle up and down in the jungle, a lot of heat, steep terrain, both upwards and downwards. But then, when we hit the mountains, I felt great and had great fun. I think it's mostly about achievement and preparation and have a thing in your life to be dedicated to. That's the main reason, I think.
So why did you climb Mera Peak? What
well,
was the ambition about Mera Peak?
Mera Peak, my ambition on Mera Peak was to summit, and only to summit. And that's because of a failure on a 7,000 meter peak 1 year ago. So the Mera Peak is to build up my confidence, and I'm very satisfied and very pleased that we all made it to the summit.
And third aim was coming back alive, healthy, and having had summited. Which we did! Yeah!
How was it? How was the summit day?
It was tougher than expected, I think. I didn't expect it to be so steep and cold.
It was super cold.
Despite having very warm boots, it was freezing. And I think we should have left a bit later for the sun to come up earlier. So,
Sunrise was wonderful, looking over all the mountains, the clouds. We had wonderful weather. I think it was just amazing, the view and the feeling on top that we all made it. And yeah, I was very happy when we reached the summit.
very special day.
Well, I'm back home in England now and it's all done. I've successfully climbed Mera Peak and returned safely to tell the tale. How do I feel? I feel amazing. I feel fantastic that I've done it. That summit day all seemed to go by very, very slowly, but very, very quickly. The summit was over in a few seconds, it seems, and we were down very, very quickly. I was suffering going up that mountain in the pitch black. Make no bones about it, that was so hard. It's hard to put into words because you're in an intense experience and you're feeling so many discomforts and so many struggles, but at the same time you're in such an incredible environment. You're just such an incredible place and you're enjoying these incredible views, which you can only get through, you know, that hard work, putting that effort in. So yeah, the overall experience was another tough trek and a tough mountain to climb, but exhilarating, absolutely exhilarating and spectacular and special. And I'll never forget all those different feelings and all those different sights and the time we had along the way. It's just amazing.